Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. Woo! Wow! Sounds like a bobcat. Like if you got a bobcat in a cage or something and you didn't want to let him out, but you really should. Like, oh my gosh. The paddle shift is where. Hey, listen. Hear that downshift? Oh! Damn! That downshift? Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Today I'm in the 2018 M3. Now it's got a 3-liter inline 6 with a twin turbo, pushing like 425 horsepower, and like, oh man, I forget, it's like up in the 400s for the horsepower and the foot-pounds of torque. But the first M3 I drove was a 2023 M3 competition. Like, right, I got nothing to compare it to. This one's a 2018. So I remember they changed the body style over in 2020 because 2019 was the last year for the F80 M3. You know, and some people say that the F80 is the best one opposed to, like, say the new one that's out now. I don't know what the name of it is. Basically, I'm gonna be doing like what you would consider to be like a test drive for if you were gonna be getting a vehicle like this. You know, it's just kind of like just general what it feels like driving this vehicle, my experience with it, you know, what I see and everything, and the way that everything behaves. All right, so I got it in like comfort mode right now, and I'm just kind of just driving around, putting around, and it's not, you know, impressive in comfort mode. You know, efficiency mode for the engine, you know, the steering and everything, suspension, everything's in the comfort mode, you know, the softest mode. So I'm gonna test out the different modes just to see what it's like, you know, to see if it at least how it compares to the other M3, the M3 competition, that is. Comfort mode is decent. I mean, it's meant to be like in the efficiency mode, you know, so it's not going to be too peppy or anything on the gas. But before I go through the other driving modes, I want to show you a little bit of the interior so you can see what I'm working with when I, you know, switch to different modes and stuff like that. Okay, so you can see you got the little camera right here. Right now it's just in drive and everything, but you can still see the little camera right here, so you can change the view and everything up here. The layout in here, you know, is pretty simplistic. It's definitely not up to standards of like what the newer vehicles are having and everything, you know, just the way the buttons look, you know, the way the layout is of everything in here. Like this little gauge right here looks like super simplistic, but you know, I mean to each his own. I mean, it's enough though. I mean, I like, this is a Harman Kardon stereo system. You can see right here it says Harman Kardon right there. Oh, it makes that sound when you open the door. Even got a little speaker right here on the door. And say if you want to pop the hood, you gotta pull this lever right here 2 times. I mean, well, other than that, the interior is pretty simple. I mean, like these seats right here are pretty clean right here. I mean, look at this, the bucket seats right here, little M3 emblem right there. The back seats are okay. You know, I'm gonna explore all that stuff in just a second. You know, I'm gonna go park and like let y'all see the outside of what the vehicle looks like and the inside and all that stuff a little bit more. You know, I'm 6 feet tall, so I'm gonna hop in the back seat and see what that's like. But let's continue on these drive modes. You see right here, got the little buttons right here. You got a little speedometer, suspension, and then you got the steering wheel right here. I got it in drive right now. I'm gonna hit this little speedometer. So you got sport mode right there, sport plus. I'm gonna try out sport mode first. The suspension button, put that in sport, and then the steering wheel, put that in sport as well. You know, no other theatrics or anything up here. And this little screen here is not, oh, it actually is touchscreen. Okay, it has a nice little click sound to it too, and I mean, it's way up here, so it's kind of hard to reach for actual like practical use. You know, it's like, I mean, but it's functional. I mean, it's responsive. I mean, it looks decent. It'd be better if it was like down here a little bit. You know, then you could easier access. I mean, it's kind of like ugh. You gotta really pay attention to that. Also, another thing, it's got a couple little different safety features here. It's got like lane departure sensing. It looks like adaptive cruise control. I mean, they're not labeled or anything, so I'm just like improvising on based on what I think they are. You know, kind of like, it looks like adaptive cruise control, kind of lane keep kind of assist thing, you know. Right here on the side mirror, there's like a little hazard thing right here, so you can see. I know this thing would just take a little bit getting used to, but this layout of all this stuff is it's a little confusing. Like, I don't even know, what does this button do right here? I got everything in sport mode. I'm gonna go ahead and go. So one thing about these dual clutch transmissions, this one's a little bit more dual clutchy. It's like it shifts automatically, but it operates kind of like how a manual transmission does. So like you give a little gas, there's like a little bit of hesitation because you can tell like it's switching into gears and stuff like that. But in sport, let's see how it does. Vehicle's already warmed up. Okay. Ooh. There we go. That wasn't enough. I'm gonna do Sport Plus. Sport Plus. Ooh, automatic start stop. And it's got a nice little burbly pop noise when you rev it a little bit. All right, let's hear this. You hear that turbo noise? You hear that engine? Got a little bit of burbly pop. I mean, it handles pretty good. Like I feel like I'm playing it on the ground. Like it drives, like it feels good. I know there's a couple of M buttons up here. Where they at? Where the M buttons at? Oh, here we go. They're so minute. You can barely even notice the buttons. So M1. Let's see what happens. Like the settings already. A little deeper sound. Ooh. Oh, there we go. I like that right there. That's good right there. Turn really good. Damn. Oh man. Oh man. I just did the video of the Corvette, C8 Corvette, and it was like the I think the LT2 package or something like that. And this thing, I think this thing drives a little bit better. Woo! Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Woo! Yes sir. Yes sir. Thank you. Wham bam bad mama jamma. Dang. This thing is hitting. Like this thing is hitting. Oh man, that Corvette. I lost my train of thought. I was thinking about just how good this thing drives, man. Oh my gosh. Like the C8 Corvette didn't even feel like this. This thing is like on some other stuff, like for real, no joke. Let's check out the rest of the vehicle though. Now there's a lot of stuff that's inside of this, but we're gonna check out the outside first. You know, y'all already kind of seen the inside a little bit. Now, the body style still kind of resembles the way the new M3, looks. I mean, you got the fender flares that pop out with the back to make it look all nice, give that nice masculine / like it's so sporty looking. Of course it comes with the nice big old wheels, and the big caliper brakes right there, the M style ones. This one's got these nice circular headlights. I'll put a picture of the newer M3 so you can see what it looks like comparatively. You see the grill is a little bit different, but some people prefer this old kidney grill, versus I don't mind the new one. The new one is dope as well. I mean, it's like quid pro quo, but in my opinion, they're both dope vehicles. After driving this one and driving the other one does drive a little bit better, but I can see why some people still like this one though. This one's like, when you're hard set on something, you're hard set on something. I could definitely see this being one of them vehicles, like with the big, like 265s in the front. Like the regular stock Scat Pack don't come with those wheels. And then it's got 285s in the back, and it's got the big drilled brakes in the back, big drilled ones in the front as well. This thing handles good, and I love driving this thing, and it's got that lower center of gravity, because it's got this carbon fiber hood. I like that. Look at that. That's some clean looking carbon fiber right there, and that's real carbon fiber too, not just like no wrap or nothing. Like, look at this paint. It's got like the little glittery flickery on there. This thing is nice. Let's go around the back. To show you the trunk. Like I said, we had Earnhardt. No matter how dope this car is, they still traded it in for one of our other vehicles. One of our other Stellantis product. Jeep, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge. A lot of cool cars. TRX, Durango, Hellcat, Charger, Challenger, Hellcat, all those kind of cars, plus 4xe Jeep Wranglers and all that stuff. But anyway, that's another conversation. It's got the blacked out M badges right there. I just hopped inside the back here, and behind myself, I still got plenty of space. And these seats, like, you can see how much cooler they are from the back. They got the big hole perforations right here. So you see this has got the big holes right there. real sporty style seats right here, and you got the two heat buttons right here in the back for both passengers. You know, heated seats in the back. You know, so that's still good. One thing I really like about this is the style of the speakers. You know, it's got this circle with the metal on there, little metal cover on there. That's dope. As well as the seats have got this like little perforated look throughout them all the way. Very nice. And then you got the little speaker back here. Let's check out the engine because the engine looks better than I expected it would. All right, so I'm gonna pop this hood. Like, listen, you hear that? And it's burbly noise. Yeah, that's right here. You gotta pull that 2 times to open the hood. All right. Very driver focused car. There's not even a latch. And first off, you got that little notch right there above the hood, so you know it's an M3. Pop this open. Look at this thing. Inline 6 twin turbo. Just like the new one. The new one is inline 6 with twin turbo. So a little bit tweaks, a little bit different, you know, but they still maintain that M style, you know. This one still got that slant. Like you can see that slant on the engines with the inline 6 since like back in the day. I think the M3 first came out in 1986, you see, but this one has got like carbon fiber all around here. I thought that was like crazy. Real clean inside there. I mean, all in all, it's a nice vehicle. I mean, we've got these headlights right there, and just the styling of the vehicle. It's got that nice stance, the nice wheels with the hips in the back. You know, the hips make it look like it, man, it look like it do the Macarena or something up in here. This thing is nice, and the carbon fiber top, you know, got these style on these mirrors right here. Like, look at this. That's like some aerodynamic engineering type there. Like they put some real mathematics into creating this vehicle. All right, let's check out the inside of this thing though. All right, so you already saw the back seat. So I'm just gonna poke in here and let you see the other little stuff that's in here. See, right here, armrest, a little USB plug right there. You know, I guess you could put a phone, maybe a water bottle right there. Not much storage space in here. You know, the glove compartment is kind of small. 2 cup holders and a little cubby. I guess you could put a couple cigarettes there or something. That's about it, you know. You can control your climate here. Other than that, everything else is like pretty standard, you know. Heated seats, the mode, it's still got a CD player up in here. It does have the auto start, you know, so where you push your when you come to a complete stop, it can turn the engine on or off. You know, other than that, it's just got like it's just a really nice sporty car. Speaking of sporty car, I still got to try M2 setting, you know. So see M1 right there and M2 right there. So I'm gonna try out M2 next, and then I think that's gonna pretty much wrap up this video right here. I may even try out these paddle shifters a little bit or something. Woo! All right, now one thing that's been confusing for me has been this little shifter joint right here, because if you push, you don't just like push it there. You push it up. If you don't leave it there, if you bring it back down, it goes back down to neutral. Just getting used to the layout of this shifter is a little confusing. But other than that, once you get used to it, it's easy, you know. And then also the fact that when you first put it in gear, it doesn't go right away. It's kind of like you pushing the gas is kind of like the signal for it to shift out of neutral and into first. Because like I said, it drives like a manual transmission, but it just shifts automatically. So like you don't gotta hold the clutch and all that good stuff. I mean, the backup camera on this thing is a little small. That's one thing I don't like about this. Nitpicking, you know, on what the real purpose of the vehicle is. All right, I got it in M2 now, right? Got the windows open so you can hear the engine and everything. Woo, I'm a little nervous. All right, here we go. Damn. Woo, the paddle shifters is where it's at, buddy. The paddle shifters is where, hey, listen. Hear that downshift? Oh! Damn! That downshift? That's what I'm talking about. All right, so it's official. This thing is is no joke. Like no joke. Like definitely one of them ones right here. This is like one of them ones for sure. Oh man, I had to roll the windows, cut that wind noise out. Oh my gosh, yes, I will say compared to the new M3 competition, it's hard to explain the differences, but there are differences. So I could see that why someone would prefer this one, you know, compared to one of the other ones. I mean, whoo, this thing, and the sound of it. The sound of this thing is ridiculous. It sounds, damn, it's got like a grunt similar to one of the V8s or something. Like this thing sounds ridiculous. Sounds like a bobcat. Like if you got a bobcat in a cage or something and you didn't want to let him out, but you really should. Like, oh my gosh, this thing is on something else right here. Definitely satisfied with this vehicle. Whoever traded this vehicle in, clearly they found something better. This has been Slay Edge Media. I hope you found value in this video, and I hope you found it a little bit entertaining, you know, maybe informative, you know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, because I definitely enjoyed making the video. All right. I'll catch you guys in the next one.